this question is difficult. Okay, a few lah. You are going to get a few of these Why? Because I really want you to study. You cannot say, hey, agak, 2 or 3 cannot. Must be exact. Okay. So after you answer the quiz, after you submit you are going to get your score lah. Okay.
How many score?
How many score is considered enough? 18 over 20. Okay. That means you can only allow to have slight mistake. Okay, if you get below that, that means you are still not well prepared yet. Okay, and it will show your answer. You show your answer, and if your answer is wrong, it will give you the correct answer. Okay, if your answer is wrong, you are going to get the correct answer. That's why we call this revision. Okay, it's a revision question. Okay, so go back and study. Okay, anything you want to ask regarding the quiz? The score is not counted, but the quiz is important so that you know how much you have learned from what you're supposed to learn. Okay? So all together, okay, last year, every year also the same. Okay? I give 3 quizzes. Quiz 1, 2, 3. Quiz 1, chapter 1 to chapter 4. Quiz 2, chapter 5 to chapter 7. And quiz 3, all chapters. Okay? Okay, that is about the quiz. Any question? Okay, next I want to talk about. You all start the practical 4 already? You start the practical 4? Yes, no. Some of you started, Okay. You can see from here. Practical, Okay, I give you some guidelines, right? Last week I give you some guide for practical 3, okay, to create the entity relationship diagram. I hope everyone get the answer. Okay, now practical 4. This practical 4 a bit complicated, Okay, so practical 4. Okay, you need to write the script. Okay, use accept and prompt. Okay, accept and prompt. So some of you may get some error messages. Okay, don't get shocked when you get error messages. If you get error message means you have not learned what you're supposed to learn earlier. Okay, even in every practical class, in practical class, during lecture, I keep on mention again and again. Some of you pay attention, good. Some of you don't pay attention, never mind. Okay, because some students will learn faster, some students will learn slower. Some students will take years to learn. Okay, it's your choice, it's your speed. Okay, so I give you some common error messages. Okay, take note. These error messages are due to error in your data. Okay, not error in the script. Assuming that your scripts are all correct. Okay, in the next practical guide, I'm going to give you sample scripts. Okay, sample script, you can check your answer. Okay, so here, this error is because you key in the wrong data. Okay, but your script is correct. Okay, now, first error message is, you see this, unit constraint violated. How many of you get this error message? What does it mean here? Unit constraint violated. This is a problem with the value of your primary key. Okay, why this error happened? You have key in the primary key value that already exists in the database. Okay, this does not allow because the primary key value must be unique. Okay, one example given. Okay, let's say, okay, you can refer to your practical 1 again. How many customers you have in your database? 4, right? 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, correct? So there is a customer number 1001, okay, in your practical 1. So now, if you try to key in another customer, the new customer, class, I already start my lecture. Okay, this one already start the lecture. You need this concept. Don't just talk. Okay, we already start lecture. Once I start talking means we start the lecture already. Not necessarily lecture notes. This one also part of the lecture. Okay, you cannot key in another customer, the new customer, with the same customer number 1001. Because you already have 1001, right? Customer 1001 Ali, correct? So now you key in another customer also 1001 but different name. This is not allowed. Okay? So you want to check what are the customers that you have, you can do select asterisk from customer to check all your existing customer. So that means when you want to key in the customer number, it must be a new customer number. It cannot be 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004 because you already have it. Okay? So solution, you have to key in a new customer number which does not exist in your customer table. So you check Okay, maybe you start with 1005. Okay? So lesson learned. This is the concept of entity integrity. I mentioned this when I talked about chapter 2. Some of you wrote down, some of you didn't. Okay? What is entity integrity? The primary key value cannot be null. Okay? So that's why I mentioned already, right? Last time I say student ID, you cannot have null. Every student must have, okay, a unique student ID, and the primary key value must be unique. Okay? Do we have students with the same name? Yes, possible. But their student ID is different. Okay, so this is a concept. Unique constraint violated. The primary key value must be unique. Okay, second error message. I tell you, these are many students are going to have this error message. Okay, it says like integrity constraint violated, then followed by some table name, and then it shows here parent key not found. Why this error message happened? Because you simply key in foreign key value. Okay, what did I say earlier in my previous few lectures? The foreign key, right? You must take from the primary key's value. You cannot simply key in your foreign key value. If you simply key in, you are going to get this error message. Okay, why this error message happened? Because you have keyed in a foreign key value which does not match with the primary key value of the base table. Okay, one example. Okay, in your practical, in your staff table, you only have one staff, right? The staff number is 1001 Christina. So there is only one staff with the staff number 1001. The name is Christina in your staff table. So this one you can refer to yours. Okay, the practical one insert data. So if you key in a foreign key value for the staff number other than 1001, you are going to get error. Okay, do you remember your food order? You have a staff, okay, assigned, right? The staff number is a foreign key. So your staff number you must key in only 1001 because you only have one staff. So solution, you have to key in the staff number 1001 since currently there's only one staff only. If you do select asterisk from staff, you can only check only one record lah. Okay, so lesson learned. This is the referential integrity. What does it mean? The foreign key value must match with the primary key value of the base table. So in the food order, right, we have one staff only to serve. It means every order served by that staff only. So you have to key in 1001. Or sometimes sometimes the foreign key value get allowed to have null. Okay, allowed to have null. Okay, if let's say that order nobody served, the customer served themselves. Okay, so self-service. So customer number, the staff number null lah. Okay, it means you leave it blank lah. Okay, so try to go through and try to understand. If you get this error message, unique constraint violated, what you need to do? If you get another message, integrity constraint violated, parent key not found, then what you need to do? Okay? Okay, then this weekend, I'm going to give you more guide. Here. Okay, the scripts. Okay, I'm going to give you sample script lah. This is actually the answer already. Okay, you go to write your own script first. Then if you don't get what you're supposed to get, the result, and it is not the error message, and it is not the two error messages, then check your answer with this answer. Okay, with this answer. Okay. So this is a sample script. Okay, you can refer lah, you check lah one by one until you find your error message. Where it is the error. Okay, now this sample script are for your reference. That means you got to do it one set by yourself. If you cannot get the answer, then only compare with the sample script. Okay. This script have been tested many times. You know why I put this? Because last time I shared the sample script. Student come and tell me, Miss, I use your script also I get error message. What error message? This one. Why? This error message is because of your data. Error in the data, not error in the script. Okay? So some of you may have problem with the script. Okay, you may not get, okay, maybe like missing something. Okay, you check. So if you get error message, after you run this sample script, then check your script, the data that you key in. Okay, so you refer to common error messages, okay, for the error. Okay, now let's say, okay, there's one script for you to insert menu interactively. Okay, this is the one. Insert menu interactively. So, yeah. Okay, you need to insert menu ID, menu description, price, date introduced, category ID, because your menu must belong to which category, either drinks, main course, or dessert, right? And then remark. So far we only have a few categories. Let's say your record. Let's say your record, you want to insert a new menu called chicken chop. Anyone want to eat chicken chop?
Me.
Do you know chicken chop belongs to what category? Chicken chop does not belong to drink. Okay? Chicken chop belongs to main course. If you go to Western restaurant, okay, it show under main course. So you got to create one category in the category table called main course, and then you decide on whatever the category ID . So you need to add one new category into the category table first before you insert the new menu. So how to insert a new category? This is how you do. Insert into category values. Okay, then you decide on the category ID. Okay, the category name or the description is called main course. Okay, the minimum price, the maximum price. After you have this, then only you can insert a new menu called chicken chop. Okay, so the new menu chicken chop, what is the category ID? What is the category ID that you're supposed to key in? This one, MC01. Okay? You got to understand. So I will give you these 3 samples over the weekend. Okay? You do first. Okay, you cannot only you refer. Okay? Okay, so this is on the practical. Okay, now do you still remember I give you one homework? Do you still remember I give you one homework? Homework. Chapter 3, slide number 54. Did you do? Okay. Those who have done, good. Those who, for whatever reason you don't do, now I tell you very bad news. You got no chance to do already. No chance to do already. Because I'm going to discuss answer. Okay? That's why I say I give you time to do. You don't take the you want to let go, never mind. Now I tell you, you got no chance to do already. Because we are going to discuss the answer. After you know the answer, then you got no chance to do already. Chance only given once. Okay, let's look at the answer. Okay. Do you notice I give you extra notes already under chapter 3? Okay, this is your original data models V2, right? Okay, I insert one data model V3. This is the one answer for your homework. And this one ERD and DBDR. Okay, this is the extra notes I give to you. I hope that it can help in your assignment. Okay, your assignment. So if you are doing on the sales of products, you change the beverage to product. If you are doing on restaurant, then maybe you change the beverage to menu. Okay. But this is only the minimum. So this morning I have student ask me about Starbucks. So you have Starbucks, you have menu, customer, order list, plus what? Plus categories and subcategories. Okay? Because Starbucks, okay, we have 3 categories, right? Drinks. What else? Drinks. What else? Starbucks. Not dessert though. They don't call dessert though. You got to go Starbucks and check. Here. Wait. Let me see here. This is guide on the assignment. Okay, here. Menu. We have drinks. We have food. We have merchandise. Can you see? Under drinks. Okay. That means your category, you have drinks, food, merchandise. So 3 records only. Under drinks you have what? You have 3. Coffee and espresso, tea and chocolate, and frappuccino, blended beverage. So 3 subcategories for drinks. Okay? Then these are the drinks. Okay, then for food, food also many. What are the subcategory for food? Okay, here lah. The 25th anniversary food, bakery, cake and dessert. Okay, someone say dessert is here. Okay, and so on. So this is under each one is called the subcategory. The merchandise also got a lot. Okay, can you see? These are the subcategories for merchandise. Okay? So whatever, you refer to the website and then you get your records. Okay? So this one, for your reference, I already put chapter 3A. Okay, you can refer. So now let me go through the answer. Okay, let me go through the homework answer. How many of you have tried? Put up your hand, let me see. Don't worry, I won't ask you to show answer because I give you the answer. How many of you have tried? Only one boy. Okay, a few lah. Good if you try. Too bad if you don't try because no chance for you to try already. Okay, no chance already because I'm going to explain the answer. Okay, this is the question. Look at the question again. Here, right? You are given this many-to-many relationship. Okay, please pay attention. Why I choose this question as homework? Because I want you to know where to put the 0 and where to put the 1. Okay, most of the time we have the 1 here and the 1 here, so very easy. Even you put wrong also nobody knows. But here, there's 1 0, there's 1 1. So if you put wrong, it's very obvious already. Okay, this is a question. Each employee can be assigned to many projects. So from employee to projects, one employee can be assigned to many projects. So many is here. Minimum 0. Okay, that means one employee can be assigned to 0 project. That means this employee got no project lah. Most will be the new employee. Or work on many projects. So the 0 and the 1 here, right? Okay, now the opposite direction. Each project can be done by many employees. So now it's from project to employees. One project, okay, can be done by many employees. So many is here. Minimum how many? Okay, minimum how many employees? 1. That means one project, at least 1 employee, and you can up to many employees. Okay. So this is the many to many relationship. Can you see? Many here, many here. So many to many relationship. Okay. So now, okay, we want to resolve the many to many relationship. Have you think of any name for the associative entity? Have you think of any name? Okay, I think I better put this in one. The small, what they call the small chapter. Otherwise later you go to flip the whole thing, you don't know where to find, right? If I put like this, that means the whole chapter, I think I'm going to take this out and put something like this, right? Easier for you. Huh? Extract and put something like this, easier for you, right? So that you don't have to flip every slide, huh? Okay, okay. Yeah. Now I think of, because not everyone very hardworking. Okay? You want very shortcut. So I'm going to put this question into something like this. Okay, now what is the name that you want to give? Huh? What's the name that you want to give for your associative entity? I told you last week, right? You give a meaningful associative entity name, and I'm going to tell you the shortcut way to put the name. The shortcut way is you only use it during exam. During exam, if you cannot think of any name already, okay? So each employee can be assigned to many projects. Okay, so we use the name called, the associative entity name called assignment. Okay, you can call project assignment or assignment. The shortcut way, you cannot think of any name already, employee underscore project. Okay, then when you use it in the exam, if you cannot think of the name. Okay, is that good? This is the good name called project assignment or assignment. The not so good name, but at least make you survive in the exam, employee project. No need to take picture, boy. You already have it lah. Ayo, here lah. Ayo, you click here. You find here. Okay. This is chapter 1, chapter 3. Okay, here. I think I'm going to remove it. Put only the question and answer. Easier for you. Okay. So, the good name is called assignment or project assignment. The not so good name to make you survive in exam, employee underscore project or project underscore employee. Okay. Now, where to put the 0 and where to put the 1? This one important, Okay, you put wrong side, answer wrong. Okay, can you see? One employee can be assigned to 0 or many projects, right? From employee to project, you put the cardinality next to project. Now, pay attention. From employee to project, instead of you put next to project, you stop it at the center assignment here. Employee to project, now you stop at the assignment. So the 0 and the 1. So one employee can be assigned to many projects or 0 project. Okay? You stop at the assignment here. Okay, now project to employee. One project can have minimum 1 employee, maximum many employees. So one project can have 1 employee or many employees. So from project to employees, the many to many relationship, you put it next to employee. But after you assign the associative entity, you stop at the associative entity. So one project can have 1 or many employees. Okay, easy? Now you think of this is easy already. Okay, so instead of you stop at the employee or stop at the project, now you stop at the associative entity. Okay, clear? I'm going to extract this. Okay, this one, the question and the answer, I put it, okay, only the summary. So that you don't have to flip until 54, 55 slides. Okay, I think that one better solution. So should I name it as chapter 5B? So we don't want the data model V3. I put chapter 5B. ERD, okay, resolve many to many relationship. Okay, any question on this? This is a good example because we have one side 1, one side 0. So you must know where to put the 1 and where to put the 0. Okay, so it's easy. Project to employee, you have the 1 and many, right? So project to employee, now you don't stop at employee, you stop at the assignment. Okay, you stop at the associative entity. So employee to project, the 0 and the 1, you stop at the project, right? Now with the associative entity, employee to project, you stop at the associative entity. Okay? Make sure you get this answer correct in exam. There will be almost 1 question on this. Okay, you look at the past year question. SQL, 1 question, 25 marks. This one, ELD, resolve many-to-many relationship, almost 1 question. Okay, that means this question plus some sub-questions. Okay, so almost 1 question. Okay, any question before we move on? Okay, no question. So now, let us continue. Okay, today, chapter 4, right? Chapter 4, a lot of things to cover. Just now I forgot to put where I stopped this morning. I think when I want to put student come and ask questions, so forget already. Okay, never mind. Chapter 4. But I know where to stop lah, okay? Chapter 4, SQL. This SQL and, okay, 1 question, 25 marks in exam. So where I stopped? Last week I stopped at slide number 12. So we will continue from there. Okay, slide number 12. Here. Okay. Let's revise a bit. Okay, now if you want to select all the attributes, you just put select asterisk from the table name, right? This one, everyone familiar or not? Select asterisk from customer, select asterisk from staff, and so on. So when you put asterisk means you select all the attributes in that table. Okay? If you want to only see some columns, then what you put? Select, then you put the attributes name. Okay? So select department ID, comma, location ID from departments, semicolon. So you see, in departments table, there are 4 attributes or 4 columns. Now you only want to see 2 columns, you list down the attribute name. Okay? So this is without condition. Okay, next one, retrieving data using where. That means you have some condition. Let's say I want to know who are the students that come from Selangor. Can you see? I don't want to see all the students. I only want to see those students come from Selangor. Yeah, I know there are a few of you. Okay, so that's why I got to use the where clause here. Okay, now let's see. Okay, these lessons cover the following objective. You limit the rows here using the where clause, and you can use the comparison operators. Okay, you can use a comparison operator. You can use between, in, like, or not. Okay, and also you can also use the logical condition, like for example, and or not. Okay, and describe the rules of precedence for the operators in an expression. So rules of precedence mean which one do first, which one do later. Okay. Okay, now let's say we have these records of employees, right? So these employees are assigned to different departments. So we have the department ID as a foreign key. They show the ID where this employee belong to which department. But now we only interested to see those employees that work in department ID 90. Okay, department 9090. So can you see from this record there are only 3, right? So our condition here is I only want to see the employees that work in department 90. So answer only 3 records. Okay, just like I want to see who are the students that come from Selangor. So Selangor, this is the condition in the address. Now department ID, this is the condition for department ID. Okay, so how you do? Okay, later we will see the okay, later we will have the answer here. So you select, right? Okay, whatever you want to see from the employees where department ID equal 9090. So only 3 of them. Okay? You see from here. Okay, now here if you want to show all the attributes, then you put select asterisk. If you only want to see certain attribute, then you list out the attribute. Okay, so how you limit the rows? Okay, in the select, you can put select. Okay, you can select asterisk means select all or select certain columns from table name. Then you put where, then you put your logical expression. Okay, so this will restrict the rows that return by using the where clause. So you put some condition. Okay, just now the condition is I only want to see the employees that come from department IT. So if the logical expressions evaluates to true, then the row meeting the condition will be written. So it will show in the result lah. Okay, the where clause follow from the form. What does it mean? It means the sequence select from where. The sequence here is fixed. Select from where. Okay. So this is the example You put where department ID equal 90. Okay, so you got to check what is the data type that you declare for department ID. If it is number, you just put 90. Okay? If it is text or string, you got to put the code. Okay. Next one. Okay, character strings and dates. So character strings and dates value are enclosed in a single quotation mark. That means you could put the single quote. The quote here, just like I mentioned, right? The single quote here. So character values are case sensitive. Uppercase, lowercase make difference. Because you put under the single quote here. Right? The uppercase W and the lowercase W is not the same. Okay, and the dates values are format sensitive. Okay, so let's say we put here, select last name, job ID, department ID from employees where last name equal W uppercase HALEN. So the employees with the name Wallen with the uppercase will be shown in the result. If the employee's last name lowercase W, it will not show in the result because it is case sensitive. Okay, please pay attention. Our class is already started for some time, and date also format sensitive. Okay, let's say our date here. The default date, the format is day, month, year. So, okay, select last name from employees where hire date equal 29-Jan-2000, right? Put in the single quote. That means it will show only this format. The date in this format, 29 of January year 2000, will be displayed. Okay? If someone put 29-01-2000, that one will not be displayed. Why? Because it is the date values are format sensitive. So we want in this format, then it will show in this format. If it is even we know January is 01, right? So if the date put in 29-01-2000, it will not show in the result because it doesn't match with the format. Okay, understand? Okay, next. Order by. Order by, so this is for us to do sorting. Sorting for the result. So we can sort in ascending order or descending order. If you don't write anything, it is default in ascending. If you write DESC, okay, this DESC is descending, not the one that you do in the practical describe. This is descending. Okay, so descending you got to put DESC. So the order by clause comes last in the select statement. Okay, so if you have select from order by, if you have the where, so you put select from where order by. Okay, order by always the last one. Okay, so here select last name, job ID, department ID, hire date from employees, order by hire date, semicolon. This one now we want to arrange the result in ascending order or descending order of hire date. So ascending or descending? If you don't write anything, means ascending. Ascending come from the earliest date first, then later date. Okay, descending, that means the recent date come first. Descending, then you got to put order by hire date, a space here, DESC, semicolon. But now you don't write, that means in ascending order. Okay, order by clause, you can have here. Numeric values are displayed from lowest to highest. Example, the salary from lower salary to higher salary, that one is in ascending. The dates values are displayed with the earliest value first. So the earliest date comes first. This is in ascending. Character values are displayed in alphabetical order from A to Z. Okay, noun values are displayed last in ascending order and first in descending order if you have noun. Okay, let's say you specify here noun first. Noun first means the opposite already. Specify the noun value should be written before the not noun values. Then noun last means specify the noun value should be written after the not nouns value. Okay? Here, Okay, now sorting in descending order. Can you see? Order by higher date DESC. So which date come first? Which date come first? Ascending is the earliest value come first. So DESC means the latest date come first. If you have one staff hired yesterday, so that will show first. Okay? And then you show lah. Okay. In descending order. Okay. We can also sort according to the column alias. Okay, so select employee ID, last name. Okay, now the salary in your database is in monthly salary. We want to get the annual salary. So what we need to do? Salary times 12. Correct? So salary times 12, we give a special name. Annual salary, N cell. Can you see? This N cell, annual salary is called column alias. That means we will assign a special name called annual salary. So from employees order by annual salary. Okay, you can put here. Sort by column alias. This is about annual salary. Okay, that means this one is the yearly pay already lah. Okay, and with semicolon. Take note, one semicolon missing minus half marks in the test and in the exam. Okay, next one. Sort by using columns numeric position. This one you do in the practical already. Do you still remember? You do in the practical already? So how? Let's say we select, select last name, job ID, department ID, hire date from employees. Order by 3. Semicolon. What is 3? What is 3? Column number 3 lah. So 1, 2, 3. So your result will sort in ascending order of the department ID. 3 means column number 3. So in this example, column number 3 is department ID. So your result will show you, okay, the employees, you sort in ascending order of department ID. That's why I say you better bring your hard copy notes. You take down, jot. Okay, jot down. 3 means column number 3. So in this case, it's department ID. Or you use tab, you write down on the tab. You just listen like that. Or you use phone, you cannot write anything. Later, when you do revision, order by 3. What is 3? Now you know. At least you put circle, then put arrow to here, or you circle this, put arrow to here. Then you put column number 3. This is your own notes, okay? You see. After 1 hour later, you forget 50%. Okay? After 1 hour later, sure, forget 50%. It's not what I say, Research say like that. Okay? Okay, up to you lah. I just give you something that I know I share with you lah. Okay, you can also sort by multiple columns. See, just now you sort by one column higher date or annual salary, or the third column department ID. Now you can also sort by multiple columns. Please pay attention. Okay, select last name, department ID, salary from employees, order by department ID. See, when you put department ID, you don't put anything behind means ascending order of department ID. Comma, salary, DESC. So, descending order of salary. So, that means your list of employees, you will see in ascending order of the department ID. Within the same department ID, you sort in descending order of the salary. Let's say we have department, okay, the first department ID 90, okay? 90, so we have 3 employees. So the first one to display is salary 10,000. Then the second row 8,000. The third row 5,000. Can you see? 10,000, 8,000, 5,000. In descending order of the salary. So the largest go first. because descending one. Okay, then the department ID is ascending, so department 90, then followed by department 100, followed by department 101. Okay, in ascending order of department ID and in descending order of the salary. Okay, if exam question come out like this, you must get full marks. Okay, it's not difficult, not difficult. Okay, the difficult one is having group by. Wow, the one normally you will get one question. Having group by, the one the difficult part. 7 to 8 marks. Okay, so the one not many students can get full marks already. The 7 to 8 marks are the difficult one. Okay, now the order of execution. So you got to follow this format. Select, okay, followed by from, where, order by. Okay, just now we mentioned already that always start with select, then from. Okay, if you have the condition where, then you want to do the sorting on the result, order by. Okay, so select means you select the attribute that you want to show in the result. From means normally from the table So locate the table that the data come from. So your data in the select come from which table? Can be one table or more than one tables. Where restrict the rows, that means set the condition. Okay, so the select, you select. Okay, if you want to show all the attributes, you put select and switch. If you want to show only certain attribute, then you list out the attributes. Order by, so you do sorting in the result. Ascending, you don't have to specify anything. Descending, you got to put DESC. Okay? Okay, now the comparison operators. You got to understand the symbol like this. This one, equal sign, so equal to. This symbol, greater than. This one, greater than, equal. So greater than or equal to. This symbol, less than. Another symbol like this, less than or equal to. This one, what is this? Not equal to. Okay, between what and what. So between the two values, and it is inclusive. That means the two values here include the two. Okay, include the two values. In, then you go put. Okay, what is that in the set here? So match any of a list of values. So in, then you put. Okay, the values. So you must match with any of the values here. Like match a character pattern. Is null means is a null value. Okay, you check for the null value. Okay, let's say I want to see who are the employees receive salary less than or equal 3,000. Can you see? Here we put $3,000, but in our database we don't put the dollar sign. We don't put RM, we don't put dollar sign. You know why? Because if you put dollar sign or RM, it becomes string. It becomes text. Okay? So if you want to keep as numeric, you just put the figure 3,000. Okay? So here, let's see the example. Select last name, comma, salary from employees where salary less than equal 3,000, semicolon. So that means 3,000 or below. Okay? Less than equal 3,000 means 3,000 or below. Does it include 3,000? Yes. So 3,000 and below. So you see the answer? 2,600, 2,500. Okay? All less than and equal. Okay. Let's say we want to use between. Between. So select last name, comma, salary from employees where salary between 2,500 and 3,500. So the lower limit is 2,500, upper limit is 3,500, and your result include 2,500, include 3,500. So you see the result here. The salary 3,500, 3,100, 3,600. Sorry, 2,600 and 2,500. You see, inclusive. Okay, mentioned here already. Inclusive of the two values. Okay, the between inclusive of two values. Okay, so when we want to put between, normally we start with the lower value first. Okay, note when using between, lower value must be specified first. So lower value followed by upper value. Okay? You cannot put upper value then lower value. Wrong already. Lower value first, then upper value. Okay? Is this easy? Yes, quite easy. Okay, now we want to use in operator. Okay, in operator, so we go to set the set here. Okay, select employee ID, last name, salary, manager ID from employees where manager ID in. Okay, bracket 100, 101, 201. So that means I only want to see those employees that report to manager ID 100, 101, 201. So you see the result here? 100, okay, okay, maybe not enough space to show So 100, 101 and 201. Okay, only that one will show. So if any employee they report to manager 200, will you see in the result? No, because it's not in the set here. Okay, either the manager ID 100 or 101 or 201 only show in the result. Okay, order in the list can be in any order. So no need to arrange like 100, 101, 201. It can be in any order. Okay, any order. Okay, next one. Not in operator. So where department ID not in 60, 90, 100. That means your result here. Okay, those employees they are not from department 60, 90 or 100. Okay, they come from other department list. Okay, other department but not include 60, 90 or 100. Okay. Okay, light operator. This one very common. Okay, very common. Okay, so light operator to perform wildcard searches of the valid search string values. Okay, we can use a search condition that can contain literal characters or numbers. Okay, when you put percent, what does it mean? It shows 0 or many characters, 0 or more characters. Okay? Concentrate. Okay, you put underscore means only one character. Okay? Let's say select first name from employees with first name light. You must put in the single quote because it's a string. Start from capital letter S. Okay, you see, start from capital letter S, percent. So, percent means there may be no character behind S or many characters behind S. So, result, Shirley. Can you see S? Followed by the percent. Percent means 0 or more character. So, Shirley, 0 or more character. Okay, the second result, S, Stephen. Then the percent here represents 0 or more characters. Okay, easy? These are very common, Okay, you may want to use it, quite common. Okay, then we want to use the wildcard. You can combine the two wildcard characters, percent and underscore. Okay, and also with literal characters for pattern searching. Okay, let's say we want to find here. Select last name from employees where last name light. Put under the single quote, underscore. What does it mean by underscore? Underscore means one character. One character, then followed by O. One character followed by O, then percent. Percent is 0 or more characters. So you see the result? One character in front, so K, O. Then some characters behind. The second, L, O, followed by some characters behind. The third, M, O, followed by some characters behind. You see? Can you see or not? The underscore means one character. The percent means 0 or more characters. So, the front one must have one character in front. So, either K or L or M. Then followed by O. O, O, O. The percent. Percent means 0 or more characters. So, after the O, you have 0 or more characters. So, after O, here we have many characters. The second line also O, many characters. The third line O, then many characters behind. Okay. This one is to illustrate to you how to use lah. Normally question won't ask like that lah, but you got to know lah. Okay, now you can use the escape identifier to search for the actual percent and the underscore symbol. Okay, example. Okay, job ID light. Okay, percent SA. Okay, then with this this one is the escape lah. Okay, search for underscore percent. Okay, so we have SA man, SA rep, SA rep, SA rep. Okay, so sales manager, sales representative, all follow all with the SA. SA. So here 1%. It can be 0 or more characters. So in this case, 0 character lah. Then followed by many characters behind. Okay. This one also just for you to know lah, how to use the escape. Okay, now null condition. Test for nouns with the is null or is not null operators. Okay, so select last name, manager ID from employees where manager ID is null. What does it mean by manager ID is null? That means this employee got no manager. Okay, no manager ID. Okay, employee ID, sorry, this employee, okay, whatever that you want to show in the result, has no manager ID, because manager ID is null means no manager ID. So, this we have only one record, King. King has no manager ID. What does it mean by no manager ID? When you have a manager, you report to the manager. So King don't report to any manager. What? Because King is a boss. So actually the result is not the dash here. Here is actually null. Null means no value. Okay. So King has no manager to report to. In other words, means King is the boss. Okay. So you cannot test with the equal sign, because null cannot be equal to some value. Okay, because you put equal means it must be some value. Null is not blank. Null means no value. Okay, that's why we cannot use the equal. You must put is null. Okay. Wow, you studied a lot today. A lot.
Yeah, so different.
Okay, never mind. We take a break first. Okay, take a break 5 to 10 minutes, so that you can clear your mind. Okay, it's already